Okay, so we're gonna be creating a second layer onto our pear. We have a first layer down. Now we need to try to make it more realistic or add a little bit of punch to it. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. If you want it to look more realistic, we can go that route. If you want it to be a little bit more smooth, you can go that route. I find this slightly less interesting than if it had a lot of colors and a lot of maybe somewhat unrealistic colors to it. But it adds to it. So we have a first layer here. What do we want to do for the final? Do we want it to be nice and bright and have some blues and reds and some unrealistic colors coming through? Or do we want it to be more just a solid green that is transitioning? Either way, we need to make sure that it has a high contrast to its background. So the background, if we're dark on this side, we can't make a maroon on this side because it's going to make it blend in too much to the background. So you can see here, I was able to make a dark background or dark side on this side because it had the lighter background. Like you already know, we have, we're creating a green pear. So to create green, you just simply take yellow and a little bit of blue. It does not take much blue, as you already know this, to create a green. I think it looks better and works better if you have strong strokes of paint that are just a dash, where we just simply make a mark and then leave it. And then we have these different marks that are popping through and blending its way through here. One of the things though is you've got to have a highlight. The highlight on this pear is right here. I don't have white all around it. It's just not white and then getting softer and softer white as it goes out. You want a strong dash of a yellow or a strong dash of white with other colors around it. Darker colors like blues, or if you're going all green, I have these medium greens around the highlight, and then I just put a strong dash of white here and here. I'm creating this shadow that is creeping right here where the pear changes in size, where you'd have a slight crease in the pear right here. And then I've created slight darker colors on this side, mostly by using underlayers of blue like I already have right here on this one. So this one's already prepped and ready to go either way. I could have the reds and all the wild colors come through, or I could really blend it out. I had several in the other class that were interested in making it more realistic and a little bit more green, so I'm going to start off that way. I'm going to start off with these strong greens, and if I'm going to be doing some blending, I want it to have a lot of paint down, a lot of wet paint. I want this side to be wet, the middle to be wet, and the bluish darker side to be wet as well. So I'm going to simply come in going pretty quickly because acrylic paint dries quickly, and I'm pulling in these colors. Still, I want to have some stroke marks. It's not going to be realistic if you completely blend it out. I want to have different parts where it changes. You know, a pear's not perfectly smooth. It's gonna have some bruises, it's gonna have some bumps, and we've got to make that realistic within there. So you can see here, if I have a lot of paint down, I can kind of blend in and pull colors from one side to the other with this rocking motion of rocking my paintbrush back and forth in that direction of the pear. Okay, this is kind of the part where there's no real just secret to it other than use lots of paint and do some blending going back and forth. I'll come around and try to help you, try to make sure that you're allowing strong colors, strong highlights, and strong shadows to be in your pear. But other than that, I need you to just try to give it a go and see what happens. Here in a second, after we get one more layer down, I'll teach you how to do the shadow and the stem while that dries, and then we'll come back and we'll do the third and final little touches to it. And hopefully we finish this today, okay?